Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Contradiction. We are playing through this wonderful, very cute little murder mystery interactive full motion video game. And I invite you to go and get your copy over at Steam. As of this recording, the current price is very low, $10 on Steam, and you can grab the game and you can play it along with me. Will you be able to spot the contradiction? Let's find out. It is currently 6 p.m. in the village of Edenton. Inspector Jenks mentioned that Rebecca might be in the pub, but let's first investigate. Behind the George and Dragon.
A broken window. Recently smashed by the look of it. Might have to ask about that.
There's an outbuilding here. Padlocked door. So, we found a dropped silver key. Perhaps that's what we need. Isn't that convenient? The magnifying glass tells us there's something to find here.
I wonder whose mask this is. Rebecca's or Ryan's?
And that brings a creepy mask into our inventory. Let's investigate behind the shelves.
Just looks like junk, but it's too dark to tell.
Well, I guess we're gonna need to find a light source, flashlight, something like that. So we have a broken window. Nothing else to find back here. So I guess it's time to go in and get a brewski. Did I just say that? A brewski. Excellent. Well, we can press the bell. We can go left in the restaurant. I'm curious. Let's see what's in the restaurant. Nobody. Not doing a brisk business on a Friday evening. It also looks like so many things are out and they sold out. The evening hasn't even started yet. I love the transitions. The video in this is just wonderful. Let's press the bell and see if we can bring the proprietress. Ah! Let's bring the bar woman out.
Sorry, what can I get you?
Detective Inspector Jenks. Rebecca, is it?
Yeah.
There's been an incident in the village. I'm conducting an investigation. Could I ask you a few questions, please?
Right. Come through.
Thank you.
What's it about?
There's been an unexplained death locally. Not sure if you've heard.
The student?
Yes.
Yes, it was dreadful news.
You're married to Ryan, one of the Atlas leaders, yes?
I suppose I am, yes.
Well, I just wanted to ask a few questions about Kate and Atlas, if that's okay.
I don't know if I'll be able to answer any of them, but sure.
I don't know about that lady. She's a little bit too smug for my liking.
Did you know Kate?
Not very well. She came in a few times, but she was quite a moody person. You could tell she had problems.
When was the last time you saw her?
Friday. She popped in for a minute.
And when was that?
7-ish.
Was she on her own?
I didn't see who she was with. She put £20 on the bar and then left.
What was that for?
A breakage, presumably.
£20? Just for a beer glass?
Well, she was very drunk. She just put it on the bar and then walked out.
Was there a broken glass?
Not that I noticed. But she was a strange girl.
The theme of Kate being very drunk continues.
Have you seen this before?
No, sorry.
So you didn't know if Kate had lost it?
No idea.
It's unlikely Rebecca would know about Simon's bike, or the screwdriver, or the box of old bottles. We should ask about the broken pendant, Simon's homebrew. Oh, okay, let's ask about that.
Know anything about Simon Thompson's homebrew?
Does he make homebrew?
Apparently.
No, we do buy from a microbrewery, but we don't usually buy from kitchen breweries.
And the broken pub window we found outside.
How did the window get broken out round the back?
I don't actually know. Someone said two girls were arguing outside. I found out after they'd gone.
And when was this?
Last Friday, just after we opened, about 6:30. I taped over it until I can get it fixed. We don't want people getting cut and suing us.
Does that sort of thing happen a lot? Arguments?
No, not really. I'm quite strict when that comes to borrowing clients I don't think are suitable.
All right, cardboard mask that we found out back.
Do you know what this is?
Oh, you'll have to ask Ryan about that.
So this is Ryan's.
It's to do with one of Ryan's methods on the course.
Go on.
Well, masks allow you to play at being someone different for a while. Students find it quite liberating.
So this would be for a student?
I think that one's Ryan's, but students do wear them, yes.
And that's all we have here. Nothing else to ask her that I can see.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
So let's bring out the map. And we have some new places to ask about. We can go to, let's see what it says here for a tip. Yes, Simon, Emma, and something I haven't asked Rebecca about? Really? Did I miss something? It looks like I did. Let's go back and ask.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
What did I miss? Broken pub window, cardboard mask. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, there we go. I did. Let's ask about the freedom necklace.
Do you recognize this?
I've seen students wearing them. Has some sort of meaning, doesn't it? I forget what it is now.
Seen anyone wearing one recently?
Not that I can remember.
Okay, now we've asked Rebecca everything. So we have the freedom necklace that we've asked her about, and that leaves Simon and Emma. The tips also suggest we go into the woods, but let's go by route of Simon and Emma's house.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Broken pub window.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub round the back?
Pub, a broken window at the back. Yeah, I saw it was broken.
When was that?
I was in the pub on Monday with a college friend.
Ever seen this before?
Nope, I haven't, sorry. I think I'd have remembered it.
Hasn't seen The Mask. Let's see if Simon has seen
on,
it.
If that's okay. Do you know anything about a broken window at the pub?
No, I don't really go to the pub very often. I'm not exactly a pub person.
Have a look at this. Know anything about that?
I haven't seen this one, but it looks a lot like an Atlas mask. We use them for some of the workshops and stuff.
Really?
Well, you have to say something boastful or arrogant. You do it first without the mask, and then you say it with a mask.
And pointers?
Well, it's easier when you have the mask on, isn't it? People are not as afraid to be free about themselves, you know?
What did you find out about Atlas?
Well, it was advertised. Actually, I think I've still got the... This is the advert that was at my college. To be honest, I've learned more in 3 months at Atlas than I did in 3 years at business school.
Can I keep that? Yeah, go for it.
I suppose that might be useful as a conversational starter.
Conversational starter. So that's it that we can ask Simon and Emma.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
So now we head into the woods.
Who is it? I'm a police officer, Detective Inspector Jenks. It's all right, you can carry on if you want to. Just going. I'm investigating a death in the village, Cape Vine. There was a death recently.
Hello, you are.
Well, could I ask you a few questions, please?
Dark.
Well, if you give me your name and address, I'll come later on. Where do you live? And what's your name?
And that introduces a new character at the farmhouse. Perhaps that's Abbey Farm? I think I might have gone one too far. Yes, I did. And I also have to pause for a minute to relocate my cat's back paws as she's trying very hard to take over the keyboard.
According to the map, Abbey Farm is across the road there.
Now, before we do any questioning, of course, it's important to snoop, pry, and basically do things that, you know, we shouldn't be doing. Let's see what's in here. Something to find?
Picture frames with black painted glass. Very interesting.
And so naturally we just take it. I think there might be a law against that, but who cares? Now we leave the greenhouse and we go back down the steps to inquire as to whether the strange man is at home.
Could I ask you a few more questions, please? Won't take you long. Haven't got much time.
We literally haven't got much time. We've got till midnight.
Close the doors, shall I?
I'll just close the door, shall I?
Where do you want to sit? Oh, anywhere's fine. I didn't quite catch your name.
James, sit there.
Thank you, James.
I have to admit that Detective Jenks amuses me.
Why are you asking me about Kate Vine?
Routine. You know Simon, don't you? Thompson.
Why? What did he say?
That you all went to college together, you and Kate. Is that right?
Might have done.
Right. Good enough.
A forthcoming witness. A talkative fellow.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
Can't remember.
How did you know her?
Through Simon. His girlfriend was mates with her. Saw her around college a few times.
Did you socialise with her much?
Nah. She wasn't my type.
I really do think everyone does a very good job with their characters in this game. You get a good sense of who they are, and in this case, how creepy they are.
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No idea.
What do you know about Simon's bike?
What bike?
You haven't seen him on a bike.
I haven't seen him.
When was the last time you saw him?
About a month ago.
I'd be very curious to talk to the actors and see what direction they received from Tim Follin, the creator of this game. You know, did he say, you know, just maximize the creepy? Was that his direction for this guy? Because if it was, he did a good job. Box of old bottles, broken pendant, Simon's Homebrew.
Have you ever tried Simon's Homebrew?
Thompson's tar? Yeah, I've tried it.
Did he sell it?
Well, not to me, not for money anyway. We used to trade stuff.
What did you trade?
I make a nice herbal tea as it happens. Him and his girlfriend were into it.
What was his beer like?
Lethal.
Strong?
Knock your eyes out.
Okay. Simon's Homebrew, Freedom Necklace card.
Ever seen one of these before? Freedom necklace.
I don't think so.
Know anything about a broken window at the pub?
Don't go to the pub.
You've never been to the pub.
Didn't say that. Been to the pub, but not for about 2 months, 3 months.
Cardboard mask.
Ever seen this before?
No, should I have?
No, it's okay.
At the rate the inspector's going, it's going to get a bad case of writing cramp. Atlas advertising poster.
Ever seen one of these?
Seen them around college.
What do you know about it?
Not much. It's a business course. Ask Simon, he's on it.
You wouldn't be interested in that sort of thing. And you haven't discussed it with Simon?
Not really. Business doesn't interest me.
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing?
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now, what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal ball's all about. It's all scrying. The mirror's just one way of doing it.
But what is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
Only make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable of you. Can I keep this?
Keep it.
Thank you.
Black mirrors and hookah pipes. I wonder what else James is into.
I am sure James is into a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so I think that's all that we can ask him. Let me just... I do wish this game had a keyboard and mouse. Like I could just sort of quickly go up with the keyboard or instead of clicking on each thing here. But I don't think we missed anything. Nope.
Thank you.
But we'll find
Probably
out
be back later.
if we did. Clicking the tips over here will quickly... quickly let us know if we missed something. Let's head over to Simon and Emma's.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Head down to the bottom and...
What do you know about Atlas?
I know that it's a business course. I went with Simon when he first went, but it wasn't really my thing.
How often did you go?
Just the once.
And you decided it wasn't for you?
Yeah, I'd been to something similar, so decided it wasn't for me.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is that from James?
Now, what do you know about James?
That he's creepy.
Yes?
He was selling them last Friday at the market. There's a market every week type thing. And I usually go there for lunch.
So you wouldn't buy one of these?
No, I wouldn't. But Kate would.
Was she into this sort of thing?
No, I don't think so. She bought one, and I went round to her flat to try it out. You're meant to see ghosts or spirits or something. It doesn't work.
How do you use it?
You're just meant to stare into it. Shall I show you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just stare like this, and then you see.
See what?
Sorry, look, you're meant to see a ghost or something. Look, it doesn't work. Didn't work, so.
Yes. Knew Kate had bought a mirror. Interesting. Wonder what she would have wanted that for. Okay, that's everything we can ask her. We then
Thank
head
you.
over to
Probably
Simon
be back later.
and ask him.
Ever seen one of these?
Yeah, that's one of James's. He's into like New Age stuff, mysticism, magic spells, that sort of thing. He's nuts, though. I mean, he thinks the government are tracking him or something.
Why would you think that?
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
So, not too much more information about that, but
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
we can head over to Rebecca's pub. And see what she thought about James. I wonder if it's true that James hadn't been in the pub for a while.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
What do you know about this?
It's an advertisement. They had it designed by an agency, I think.
And when was that?
Last year sometime.
Have you seen one of these before?
Is it meant to be black like that?
I think so.
No.
She hasn't much to tell us.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
So at this point, I believe it's time to call the chief. Now, if you've already spotted the contradiction, which you very well may have, and you're playing through the game yourself, you don't have to call the chief. But I want to show you all aspects of the game, including these conversations with the chief, which can be amusing. But they're not necessary. You can skip them.
Yes.
Chief Jenks again. I've been speaking to Rebecca Rand. She saw Kate in the pub last Friday, around 7, I think. So she came in drunk, gave us some money for a breakage or something, then left.
What, she just came in and then went straight out again? What did she break?
I don't know. Rebecca didn't know either, or so she said.
Doesn't sound right, does it? I mean, that money must have been for something. Quiz Rebecca, make a few suggestions, see if she bites. Simple as. Go on.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
We've missed a contradiction. Perhaps more than one.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What could be the contradiction? It's got to do with a broken pub mirror. And I think she might know who broke that window. Kate gave Rebecca $20 for a breakage. So don't you think it could have been for a window? Uh-huh.
So, you said Kate gave you £20 for a breakage, but you didn't have a breakage.
That's right.
Do you think the payment could have been for the broken window? Could it have been Kate who was arguing?
Well, I suppose it could have been, yeah. Could have been Kate, you're probably right, yeah.
But you don't know who she was arguing with.
No, I'm not sure.
I'll ask around.
Not realising Kate had broken the window. Rebecca really should have worked that out before now. Unless she did. But why would she lie about that?
Why would she lie about that? That brings Kate's argument up.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Who could Kate have been arguing with? What say ye? I have a good
Just a
guess.
few more questions, if you don't mind.
So we can actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going
That's
to
it
exit
for
this
time
for a
being.
minute.
Thank you.
Because in my effort to show you all the game, at this point, I believe you can... Nope. I thought you could call the chief, but you can't.
Ask about a few more things, please.
So anyway, let's see if we can get little Missy here to crack.
Did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't in the village?
No, I went home last Thursday night, actually, to see my parents.
But you did visit the pub.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I know Rebecca quite well. We all went there quite a bit after college.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No, I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
What did you do after the course?
Just went home. Came here. Just came straight back.
That eye roll, the eye roll of shame.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
The chief might have something else to say to us. Oh, chief. It's been commented on that it's amusing that a detective inspector doesn't have a cell phone, but maybe he's...
Hello.
Chief, me again. A few things have come up. I met someone called James Wilson. Bit of a dropout into witchcraft, magic, occult things. Makes scrying mirrors.
What the heck's a crying mirror?
Scrying, Chief. It's an occult thing. Black painted glass. You're meant to stare into it until you see ghosts or something. Emma Bowman knew about it. They all know each other from college. Emma said he was selling these mirrors last Friday at the local market.
What was he doing Friday night?
I'm not sure. Said he couldn't remember the last time he saw Kate. Lives on his own, so I doubt he has an alibi, but I don't see any motive yet.
Well, look harder and double check where everyone was Friday night.
Right. Thanks, Chief.
Where was everyone Friday night? James says he hasn't been at the pub for a few months. Is there any way we can figure out if that's true or not?
Couple more questions, if that's okay? Know anything about an argument at the pub last Friday?
No.
That was anticlimactic. It's really hoping to get something out of him. Well, he doesn't know anything about the argument, and I haven't been able to see anything that might have hinted that he might have been around on Friday. So we might be barking up the wrong tree.
Later on, if that's okay.
We might be woofing at the wrong bush. But I smelled a little something funny here, and it wasn't the chicken curry.
A few more questions, please.
Where was everyone on Friday night? She says she went home to see her parents on Thursday night. But didn't she mention that James was selling them last Friday?
Aha. So, you went home to see your parents on Thursday night, that right?
Yes.
But you said you saw James at the market on Friday.
No, I went to see my parents on Friday night.
What time did you go on Friday?
8 or 9.
And you didn't see Kate at all on Friday?
No.
You're not a very good liar, Emma.
Okay. I saw Kate.
Where?
At the pub we were arguing.
Go on. What were you arguing about?
I'd lent her £50 because she was desperate, and we were just arguing. It didn't really bother me. She just didn't have it.
And Kate broke the window?
Yes. She did things like that when she was angry.
Smash things?
Yes.
So it was Emma arguing with Kate. But why didn't she want to admit it? In case it gave her a motive? Or something else?
So that doesn't give us anything more to ask anyone around town about.
Okay, that's it for now.
But we have found
Thank
another
you.
contradiction. She says she was arguing with Kate over money. But yet the time has not advanced, and we have nothing to ask anyone else about. So what could we be missing? Oh, what does the chief think? I don't know. Let's call him. So you can imagine that the inspector spends a great deal of time beating it down this road, back and forth to the call box. The people that live in this house, they've got popcorn and they're sitting at their front window. Got a quid on whether how long it's going to take for them to come back. These people right here, they're enjoying the show.
Hello, Jenks?
Yeah, Chief, I had a confession from Emma Bowman. It turns out she was arguing with Kate last Friday outside the pub. Kate broke the window. That's what the money was for.
What were they arguing about?
Money. Emma said she'd lent some to Kate, but Kate hadn't paid it back.
So Kate had money problems, so she broke a window and then paid Rebecca back for it. Something doesn't add up there, Jenks.
It doesn't make sense, does it?
No. Call me back when you know some more.
Okay. Speak later, Chief.
Bye.
So when I first played through this game, I didn't understand the mechanic of calling the chief, how often to call and when to call. So in the second playthrough, I'm actually hearing a couple conversations with the chief that I did not hear the first time, because I immediately just picked the contradiction and moved on. This time I'm showing it for you guys so you can get the whole game experience. Oh, Emma!
Ask you a couple more things, please.
There's a contradiction missing, and it's about money, as the chief said. Where is it? Aha. Kate bought lots of new jewelry. Rebecca mentioned that Kate put down a £20 on the bar as walking out, to cover the cost of the window. So if she had £20 and she had lots of new jewelry, then perhaps the argument wasn't about lending money.
Aha.
Spot the lie.
So you lent money to Kate because she was desperate, but she bought loads of jewellery and things. So why were you lending her money?
Well, no, it's because,
It wasn't about money, was it, Emma?
No.
Go on. What was it really about?
We were arguing because she was going to blackmail Ryan, the guy from Atlas, over an affair he was having, and then tell his wife if he didn't give her the money.
Ryan's affair with Kate?
No, I don't know. I think he was having an affair with another student and Kate found out.
And why were you involved?
Because I didn't really agree with it. I didn't agree with what she was doing, even if he did have an affair.
Were you friends with Ryan?
No, I'd never met him.
You just thought Kate was wrong?
Yeah.
Not sure about this. Emma's either on a moral crusade, or there's another reason she was worried about Kate blackmailing Ryan.
I think you're right.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Some of you very, very smart players have already figured out where the contradiction is. But let's see what the chief has to say.
Is it Jenks by any chance?
Yes, Chief.
Surprise, surprise.
More news. Turns out the argument between Emma and Kate wasn't about money. Apparently, Kate was going to blackmail Ryan Rand because she had information that Ryan was having an affair with a student. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
How did Emma find out about it?
Well, they were friends, so I presume Kate just told her.
Policemen don't presume, Jenks. They find out. If Emma was trying to talk her out of it, she must have had a reason. There's something missing, Jenks. Find out what Emma had to do with it.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
Bye-bye.
And the chief has an excellent point. The chief was basically saying, get your butt back up to Emma's house and find out what she's fibbing about.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Kate's argument again? So she found out that Kate was trying to blackmail Ryan. We happen to know that Ryan is the head of Atlas, or is one of the two heads of Atlas. Ryan and Paul Rand. So if she went to an Atlas seminar, she would have met Ryan, or at least seen him. So, is it really true that she never met Ryan?
Aha.
You said you went to an Atlas meeting with Simon.
Yes.
That's interesting because I happen to know that Ryan is the main lecturer at Atlas. But you say you never met him. Why did you say you don't know him?
Okay, I need to tell you something. I just need to make sure Simon doesn't find out.
I won't be telling Simon anything he doesn't have to hear.
And you can't tell Rebecca either.
Go on.
Okay, so the affair that happened was between Ryan and I. I was having the affair, and Kate knew.
So Kate was blackmailing both of you?
No, she didn't care about me. It was part of the course, you see, having to take all these risks. She thought it was funny to turn her back on Ryan. She thought I wouldn't care.
But you did.
Yes, I was already with Simon when Ryan and I you know, and I didn't want Simon finding out, and Kate thought that he wouldn't, but I didn't want her risking it. And then if Rebecca found out, then Simon would definitely have found out, and then it would have blown up, and it would have just been a big mess.
And so you just argued and what?
Well, she just stormed off and broke a window.
And that was it? You didn't see her again that night?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. I promise.
Seven o'clock. So, Ryan's a bit of a Lothario, is he? I think it's time I met this Ryan Rand face to face.
I agree, Inspector Jenks, and we will do so in the next episode. So, I find it amusing to say each suspect has attended a school of overacting. I think that Emma there attended the Fish Pout School of Overacting. Inspector Jinx, the Eyebrow School of Overacting. And let's find out what school of overacting Ryan Rand attended in the next episode as we move on to 7 p.m. in Edenton. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below, and if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. And I hopefully will see you here again with me when we play more Contradiction in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for watching.